For crying out loud, we got another person trying to kill Trump.
Yeah. And this guy, stop me if you've heard this before, seems a little unstable, slightly. He's done a lot of interviews because he has been, what am I trying? He's been pro-Ukraine and trying to recruit people to go fight in Ukraine. Now, does that have anything to do with his desire to shoot Trump? I don't know.
I would say yes.
It certainly seems like the two things are linked.
Bruce, if you're an American and you wanna go all the way over there and fight for Ukraine, I think you're only doing that because you can't stand what's going on over there, and you have experience in fighting, and you're going to go and you're going to help.
Well, he has no experience in fighting.
I don't know why he's doing it.
He was trying to recruit other people. He was trying to raise money to bring fighters to Ukraine.
Very passionate about that.
Yes.
And we've heard Trump say, well, Russia can go and do whatever they want.
Okay.
And it doesn't seem like Trump wants to help Ukraine.
And is that at the root of this?
And is that the root? Maybe it is.
Could be.
Okay. So I have some secret security, Secret Service questions. Why don't we get to that in a few minutes?
Okay.
But E.J. Montini in the Republic today had a very interesting question, and you know what? I think it's worth talking about. Here's the headline: Trump assassination attempt proves the need for an assault weapons ban. I know what you're thinking. You know, you guys are going to talk about guns again, and we're going to go in a circle here, and maybe that's the case. Okay. But, you know, Bruce owns guns. I'm pro Second Amendment. I think everybody should have the right to bear arms. I get it. I have no problem with that. And it's not, we're not sitting here saying, you know, your weapons should be taken away and all that kind of stuff. But every time I do hear this, now we've had 2 assassination attempts on Donald Trump. And I'll just say it, if one of these 2, I mean, he's lucky he's not dead after the first one. I don't know what this country would look like today if Trump was assassinated. Because remember, whether you like him or you hate him, half the country's voting for him.
Right.
Okay, and that means something. It means that they like him. It means that they want him to run the show. But I've always said this, Bruce, with assault weapons. I do think that they should be banned. Okay. I don't think the government should go and take the ones that you already have.
All right.
Out of your house. I don't believe that at all. But I don't think that these assault weapons should be out there.
And to be clear, this shooter had an AK-47.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
with a scope,
not the most accurate weapon. Somebody who owns one,
right?
Not the most accurate.
I've always been against. Our police should not be outgunned.
Oh.
Our Secret Service agents should not be outgunned. They should have the guns. Now, again, you want to own any type of gun other than this, I'm all fine. I'm so fine with it. But this is what worries me, that you can get your hands on a weapon like this, and you could possibly, I mean, how far away was this guy? Right. He still could have gotten a shot off.
So I think I'm with you on part of it, not on others. Because here's the issue as I see it. It's not so much that these weapons exist, and there are 100 million of them in the United States already.
Right.
It's how do they keep getting in the hands of people who decidedly shouldn't have them. This guy, by the way, was arrested on felony weapon charges 20 years ago. This guy had a history of possessing a weapon of mass destruction, which I'm unclear yet exactly what the heck he had.
Correct.
So why did he have an AK-47 in 2024? Do you see what I'm saying?
I do see what you're saying. But if we can't keep those guns out of the bad guy's hands, what are we doing? You know, I look back to Uvalde. Okay, that shooter had a certain type of gun and certain type of bullets, and they shredded children. And when I say shredded children, they shredded children. These bullets went through these kids, and it was one gunman, but there were 40 other ones that didn't want to go in there because this guy had the weaponry,
the type of firepower.
Right.
And to be clear, and I would say, and I'm not here to defend gun owners. The thing that's unique about this specific type of weapon, the AR platform, the AK platform, is the ammunition. And that the bullets are specifically designed to create maximum damage of the human body. By the way, they were developed that way on purpose as weapons of war.
Right.
And they were done that way to try to make the enemy have to take care of wounded. And so they didn't want to have to shoot you twice, you know? They wanted to create a weapon and ammunition that would make the enemy expend resources trying to save soldiers.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just there was the stat, mass shootings, let's see, in the decade after the ban on assault weapons expired, mass shootings increased by 347%. I'm all
not a coincidence.
No. Keep your handguns, keep your shotguns, keep your long-range rifles, just ban assault rifles.
Okay.
It worked before. I think it can work again.
So I got an idea.
Uh-huh.
Because we know the Republicans aren't for this. If the Democrats in Congress were serious about this, they control the Senate. They could do it today. Chuck Schumer today could introduce a bill, and I've got a name for it.
All right, I'll play along.
Okay. Internally here, we call it the PDT-ARA. Mm-hmm. But that stands for the Protect Donald Trump Assault Rifle Act.
Huh.
So they could come up with this bill, call it the Protect Donald Trump Assault Rifle Act, if for no other reason to make Republicans vote against protecting Donald Trump.
It's interesting.
It would never pass. I mean,
right.
Because the NRA has them by the short hairs, and they're never going to vote for anything even remotely like that. And I would still come back to these weapons getting in the hands of people who shouldn't have them. It's too easy to get them.
Right.
It's too easy. I would acknowledge that. It's too easy. All I had to do was pass the FBI background check. I bought mine at a licensed gun store, at a dealer. Mm-hmm. But if I'd have bought it from my neighbor, there's no, yeah. Hey, here's $400. Here's your gun. Have a nice day.
Right.
There's no exchange of paperwork. There's no background check. We make it too easy.
Yeah. This year we've had 400 mass shootings. This year. Mm-hmm. So again, there's a lot of things that go into this, and I'll repeat it because I don't really care if you want to text or you want to call and complain. I'm not for taking a single gun away from a single person. If you own it, you got it. You're grandfathered in. I just don't think that these things should be out there. And I think if you're pro-cop, wouldn't you say, yeah, I favor banning assault rifles?
Cops are in favor of it.
Yeah, they are, because they don't want to be outgunned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're, hey, yeah.
Some of that ammunition goes right through bulletproof vests.
There's no doubt about it. And to that extent, it makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
And I was reading, there's somebody that I follow on Twitter who was a writer here for many years. And he said, it makes me sick to my stomach that my kindergartner, who's a grandkid, and maybe you saw this, has to go through the type of training, the lockdowns.
Active shooter drills
this week in Arizona.
Yeah.
In Arizona. Now, taking, not if you ban assault rifles, will that take that away from a child? They don't have to go through some of that? Maybe not. But if you look at the statistics, I mean, there was a poll that Fox did, 61% favored banning assault rifles and semi-automatic weapons. Again, if you own it, keep it. But this thing should never have expired. And ever since it did, we've got more mass shootings in the United States. Maybe this would help a bit. And you know what? A president shouldn't have to be worried or a former president every second of the day that someone with a better gun than the Secret Service, mind you, is going to kill him.
Thanks for watching Outspoken with Bruce and Gaydos. Tap to watch more from KTAR News and click the button in the middle to subscribe.